Fam, how y'all doing? I'm sitting there chilling in my apartment, about to go for a walk before going to church later on tonight. And forgive the weird angle because apparently I lost the head to my tripod, and I'm using like a little hand tripod, so I can't really set it down or nowhere. Anyway, I want to uh, put some ideas forward. I was sitting there thinking about today. Um, y'all know I've been, the my particular thing that I'm dealing with. And y'all all got y'all's own particular thing that y'all dealing with. And I was sitting there today dealing with the particular thing that I tend to deal with. Um, and you know, afterwards I was sitting there thinking to myself, and I've been thinking about this. I've kind of been making it like a point to keep like a spiritual diary this Lent. I always write things down, but this year I think I think I may have said this in a prior video when I got that new MacBook. I've just been typing in it a lot more because it's a lot more easy to type down stuff. So I'm sitting there just writing ideas. Um, and I'm sitting there like asking myself these questions. And I wrote this down today, like me becoming Orthodox is kind of, you know, forced me to ask myself questions I don't want to ask myself. But it's in a good way, ultimately, but it just make me ask myself stuff I don't really want to ask myself, let alone figure out the answers to, you dig? But I was sitting there writing down after, and I'm like, do I really want to get close to God? Like, I say I do, but do I really want to? And then asking myself those questions, it produces a whole layer of stuff. Um, and I kind of got to the conclusion when I finally got to the end of writing all this stuff down that maybe this questioning is helping me, because I've noticed that over the last couple of years I've been dealing with the same stuff. The obstacles haven't changed, but I'm slowly noticing that how I approach them is changing, and it kind of takes me back to all the priests I've talked to here that tell me just to be patient, and I've never really been a patient person. And I think through the blessing of time, it's forcing me to be patient in a way, because I am, even if on a conscious level I'm not attempting to be patient, I'm still being blessed to traverse through time. And that is my patience, if that makes any sense. It's like I'm forced to be patient through the turmoil of the inner self, right? Because I'm being gently pulled through the process of time, and that allows me in one form or another to start learning some stuff. And you know I said, now asking myself this question, do I really want to get close to God? And I get to the positive part in a minute, and part of me is like, I don't know if I want to. And then I ask myself, well, why don't I want to? Is it because, like, oh, God's not there or whatever? Like, no, it's something else. It's like, okay, let's dig a little bit. Let's dig a little. Why don't I want to get close to God? Why do I have this feeling that I don't want to get close to God? Well, what is preventing me from wanting to get close to God? And I'm reminded of a question that my priest asked, priest in the U.S. asked several years back at one of the OCA. Sorry, my phone. Oh, not OCA, OCF. Sorry, OCF, Orthodox Christian Fellowship at my university. He asked this question, talking about if you going to engage someone in talking about God and ask them if they believe in everything. And he said, Father said, well, ask them what God don't you believe in, because there's a chance I don't believe in that God either. And that kind of, the question I asked myself kind of reminded me of that. So, like, who is the God I don't want to get close to, and who is the God I want to get close to? You dig what I'm saying? And I think part of that reasoning is because for a whole, I think, multitude of reasons that are mostly my fault, either through knowledge or through ignorance. Prayer reference, um, that I've, built this image of God being mad at me. You know what I mean? And I've had that forever. Don't know why. Don't really know why, but just had that forever. Like, I remember I being a little kid and I was in my bed crying saying Jesus hate me. Don't know why. I don't know what caused that to happen. But anyway, I remember I was in my bedroom running down in my room on the bed saying God hate me. I think I did something embarrassing or whatever. And I've carried that with me. Not just that particular experience, but just kind of like that idea that I have to do this thing or God will be mad at me. You know what I mean? And I don't want to do that no more. Because I keep hearing, especially from the church, that God is love. And then there's damnation and judgment. I get that, but I'm not coming from a place where those terms mean in my head what people want them, not want them, but what they're supposed to mean. I don't interpret those things the way they healthfully should be interpreted, because it's just a baseline of anger. God's mad at me. God don't like me. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't love. That ain't love. How many saints from the past and present tell us God is pure love? How many times the church tell us God is love? The Father is love. And I think for myself, one of the reasons why I keep going back to what I keep going back to is possibly because I'm not making connection with the Father. It's more of a connection, or with that idol God that I still have deep in my mind. You know what I mean? It's like this God that will hate me if I don't do something, or you know what I'm saying? And I think there's lots of people in the world that have that image, that idol of God, and then that God equals hate, God equals pure judgment. Um, Especially if you come from like a non-Orthodox background, or something like that, like one of the many different Protestant denominations. There's several that have kind of that underlining view, and I think that hurts prayer life. It hurts attempting to deal with our problems. I need to turn my phone off. Nah, whatever. I mean, it really hurts, like us. Nah, I'm gonna turn it off. Us dealing with our struggles. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I turned my phone off with my nose. Don't judge me. Because it's like if I'm trying to do these things for a God who don't like me, assuming this is the thought that we have, I'm not gonna want to do it. I mean, shit. I'd rather sin than do any of that stuff. If the God I think I'm trying to serve just is mad at me, I'd rather. If those was my two options, I think it would be reasonable why someone would want to just bury their soul into a sin that gives them a sense of, even if it's a fake one, a sense of happiness. If you think the Almighty is just mad at you. But if you are convinced that the Almighty is a pure love, then you're gonna be like, well, fuck all this other stuff. I don't need none of that, cause my daddy loved me. You dig what I'm saying? And I think also that's maturity. I think St. Paul said he saw things as a child, but then he matured. You dig? And I think getting to that point of knowing who God is really is, well, it's part of the struggle, I guess. I guess that's part of why we're doing this Lent thing. You know what I mean? That's why we trying to do it. And that's like, that's why we try to get back up again, I guess. We trying to mature. We trying to grow. You dig? I don't know. But I know that I want to serve a loving father. And I want to get better at whatever it is. If it's porn, anger, lack of self control, judging other people, being lazy, whatever it is. I want to do better. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to put forth effort in attempting to improve myself because I think I have to. So I want to. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's a beautiful day today, so I'm about to go probably try and take some pictures, go to church, get some prayers done, you know, clean up my soul a little bit, and then, you know, just keep trying. So love y'all. Thank y'all for helping me get to 800 people. Don't know what I'm gonna do with y'all. Y'all can throw me $1 if you want. Don't do that. Go give money to actual people who need it. And go follow real Orthodox, YouTubers. But I love y'all. Pray for me. Pray for your enemies. Love you. Bye.